Hey YouTube, it's Christy Nitro from the fabulous Las Vegas area, and I'm back at you with part 2 of my Scrapbook Expo weekend experience. I went last weekend in Ontario, California. If you haven't checked out part 1, that is all my make and takes and my overall experience. This part is going to be the first part of a haul, and these are going to be the best deals that I found. Even though I saved my little butt off for, I can't even begin to tell you how long, to make sure I get everything checked off my list, I still wanted to kind of shop thrifty. So these are the best deals that I found at my expo. A little birdie here on YouTube told me that one of the places I needed to go check out was Scrap That, and boy were they right. So thank you everyone who told me that tip. They had stamp sets, really nice stamp sets, may I add, for $2.50. Scrap That was layered off into sections and it was priced so well. So getting into it, Teresa Collins, I found the Masquerade Party, and yes, I'm still doing all my Halloween projects. Then I picked up a whole bunch of stamps for Forever in Time is the name, and they had so many stamp sets. These are the ones that I just couldn't resist. Look at how gorgeous those vintage tools are. This one also with a vintage flair, also for Forever in Time, and cannot wait to use those. These, tell me these aren't going to be perfect for junk journal entries. They're all different size tickets. Some of them you can write in, and then you can color them as you see fit. This, just look at this vintage fun. Even that one stamp right there says 100% pure and vintage. Just for that stamp alone, I'm telling you. And then I also picked up the vintage pocket watches, and these are just in real life enormous in size. So those are the stamps I was so happy to be able to find and pick up. I also purchased several of the scrapbook storage envelopes, and I figured with the collections that I got, in order to keep them all together, there is no better way than cheap little storage contraptions like that. Now, they do have a huge, massive bin of dollar washies. Some of them, as you can see, are massive with their qualities or quantity of washi, and some of them are not, so make sure you pay a little bit better attention than I did. I just fell in love with this gorgeous print and didn't even notice till later that it didn't have as much on it as other ones. So I picked up washies like they were going out of style, and I figured what I don't use for myself, I know some of you ladies will be very happy to add them in your collection. Tools, I really didn't get too many. I just got this piercing tool because honestly I could use one, and it was the perfect point of $1. So I couldn't say no to that. And then the only other tool I really got was this great little handy brush. I've seen several at dollar stores before, but none of them have been this convenient little size just to get all the stuff off my desk that I put there all the time when I'm crafting. So I figured it looks like nothing now, but with a little paper love on top of it, it will be adorable. They had tons of sequins by Teresa Collins, and the only ones that caught my eye were these colors. I've never seen them before, and I figured for snow globes, that is just too perfect. Me and my vintage, right? I just couldn't pass these up for $1 as well. And also Teresa Collins, they had so much of her stuff. Then these adorable little wood pieces from Save the Date, and these are some of the designs in there. I really don't use a lot of stickers, so I just got ones that I know I'm going to use. These were also $1, so I got this huge set of Irish ones, and then some for Thanksgiving. I figured, you know, I'll probably end up scrapbooking a page or two on the upcoming holidays, so I just got those, and if I use them, if not, it was $1, and I know I'll pass it on to someone else. I've never made a December daily, and I've always wanted to. I just honestly never had the time. This is gonna motivate me a little bit to try to get one done this year, even if it's a very, very small one. So I picked up these notebooks, and they're just so, oh my gosh, look at that adorable little jelly Santa. And then I got the file folders. So I figured I could have fun with those. And stencils were so big on my list. If I could, I probably would have spent like $50 on nothing, just stencils. But I did come across these, and you get 3 of them. It's a pretty decent size, really cute little designs on it. And these were $3, so that equals out to $1 a piece. And that was Scrap That, you guys. So really, really good deals. Another place was Tall Mouse. If you spend over a certain amount, I believe it was only something like $20, which, believe it or not, is hard to do because their stuff was all $1, and I think their most expensive thing was like $10. I didn't come anywhere close to get the tote. I just picked up a few packages of these gorgeous little skull embellishments, and they're coming off as kind of like a pinkish red, but they're actually orange. And then I've been looking for a stencil like this forever and a day. And I almost got the one that's like the shattered one from Tim Holtz, but I was so happy to pick this one up for half the price. So I didn't spend hardly any money at all there, but they do have really nice things. Another place I'm going to highly recommend is this Scrapbooking Closeout. The only reason why is because their customer service was incredible, and they were extremely busy, and they were still so willing to help out. They also had a bin up front, and theirs was of wood stamps. So you can get 3 of them for $5. So I just got one also, again, that I know I use, like this. Just look at that. That is just absolutely gorgeous. And you know, at a store by itself, that would be like an $8 stamp. And these are a little bit smaller, but I've never seen anything like this before, and my obsession with owls, I'll never understand it. And the last thing I got for them, don't laugh, is my huge Star Wars collection. I mean, look at this vintage fun. And I actually have a whole, in here is a whole chipboard album of the Death Star. This was only $12, and you get several things in here, and so, Star Wars bliss for me. I was so giddy. If you guys would have saw me, you guys completely would have laughed your butt off. Okay, this shop, was called Nicole Peterson. I don't know if she's everywhere, and I just wrote it down because most of the receipts did end up looking like this. I got this gorgeous stencil from Timmy. I think this was like the only Timmy product that I picked up. I came across these Crafters Workshop 12 by 12 stencils, and they were, yes, buy one get one free. I like almost died, but I kept it cool. They were $7.50 for 2 of them. So I got this gorgeous Celtic knotwork, and then this gorgeous cityscape. Ugh, too perfect. I also got here, this was more on the expensive side, but you know, I got the okay from the man beast to get these because he even agreed this was absolutely too perfect to pass up on. So I got that by Graphic 45, and then, yes, yet again, buy one of the Delusion sprays, and these were $5.25. So for $5.25 I got 2 because it was buy one get one. So I got the orange and the bubblegum because these colors are just too cool, and I don't have anything like that. And then I got black and white because these are colors I just go through like water. So like I said, buy one get one, and I couldn't pass that up. And then of course, want to scrap, this is the place where everyone gets their 50-cent early bird bling and 99-cent during the day, but too gorgeous. I didn't go crazy because, believe it or not, I actually don't use a lot of bling, but when I do, I make it work. And then just some white ones for the holidays, some black ones for the holidays, some flat back pearls, and these also, yet again, seem to be coming out like a pinkish color, but they're not. They are a bright red. And then this I couldn't say no to. This is a gorgeous little dress form, and I cannot wait to just spritz it up and just add some embellishments to it. I've never seen anything like this around here, so that was my, you know, splurge. So that was the places I absolutely recommend to go if you are on a budget. And I will be back with part 3 with all my collections and things that I just needed to check off my list. So thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, keep crafting. Bye.